Hello America, how are you? Hope you people are doing well. Myself, Marr from India, and today I'm going to react to on a video having title Kemi Badenoch is finished. Wow, it's an incredible title. And Andrew Mayer. So this is the video of channel name The New Statesman. So do subscribe this channel and subscribe me to hit the bell icon for more updates. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook. The links are given below in the description box. So do visit and follow me for dancing and acting content. Clear? So without any delay, let's pause this video and then we'll discuss about it. So let's get
This question is apparently from Lloyd George. The former Liberal Prime Minister has climbed out of the grave to ask, would a heavy defeat of the Conservatives in the May local elections lead to the ousting of Kemi Badenoch as their leader? And if so, would she be succeeded by a more moderate candidate or a right-wing hardliner? Andrew, take it away first.
She is stubborn, she is proud, she is tough, so she's not going to go easily. And everybody in the Conservative family expects those elections to be absolutely horrible for them. I've been talking to one of their pollsters who says if you look at where they were last time round, it was the absolute high point of Johnson mania. It was the same day as Labour lost the Hartlepool by-election. This was really this was peak Johnson Toryism. So they have lots and lots of council seats that they really shouldn't have, and therefore they are going to fall a long, long way. So I think there's going to be a huge amount of preparing the ground and excuses in advance. There are serious people prowling around who think that Kemi Badenoch is simply not up to it, simply not good enough, and would like to replace her. But the Conservatives, it depends on the Conservatives having a kind of parliamentary nervous breakdown at the same time as those local figures. I think it may well happen, and if it does, I would watch. The two figures to watch are for sure Robert Jenrick, who has made no secret of his determination.
I mean, almost every social media post seems like a bid for the leadership.
Exactly. But also look at James Cleverly, who could very easily have left Parliament quietly and made a lot of money in the private sector and has chosen to stay on. He's almost always sitting there on the back benches, a few benches up from Kemi Badenoch, watching what's going on. And this is my personal prejudice. I think that if he was the Tory leader, the Tories would be doing better, because he would be going absolutely full scale for things like the NHS and tax, those bread and butter issues that voters care about most. And he's a grown-up politician. He's done the big jobs. Robert Jenrick would be very interesting because he would, I think, try and take the Conservatives more towards reform. And that's a difficult thing because, Nigel Farage is a rather unique character, and I don't see Nigel Farage being, as it were, the consensual leader of a general right-wing coalition with the Tories. And I think it would, it would take all their energy away from everything else in politics for the next few years. If I'm giving advice to the Conservative Party today, my advice would be not to do that.
But you think she might go?
I think if it's a really, really bloody defeat, it's very hard to tell because it depends on the atmosphere in the papers the next morning and the atmosphere in Portcullis House and the chamber of the House of Commons the next morning among Tory MPs. And it's very hard to judge ahead of time quite what the chemistry will be on that morning. It's going to be a very, very bad day for the Conservatives. She hasn't had a great time. She hasn't got a lot of supporters. So she is vulnerable.
And Rachel, I mean, Jason Cowley writes in the New Statesman. He's quite sympathetic to Kemi Badenoch, actually, and says, look, you've got to look at partly what she's inherited. It's the weakest front bench he recalls ever from the Conservatives. She's only got 120 MPs to even choose from. And when she allows herself to sort of relax a bit more and be maybe her true self, she's not too bad.
Well, I won't comment on the strength of the front bench. I will say that I have spoken to MPs across the party, centre-left, leftist Tories, all the way to the right, and nobody is underestimating the scale of the challenge. Like, she's handed an absolute hospital pass in terms of seats, in terms of funding, in terms of really the fact that the Conservative brand has been so comprehensively trashed. And the only thing that is going to help them rebuild credibility is time and competence. And if you've got Nigel Farage and a party to the right there, you don't have that time and you don't have that space. And one thing that someone said to me, which I thought was quite insightful, was that no opposition leader has had to do that. They haven't had to do the rebuilding in British politics when they've got a fringe party to the left or in Labour to the right that doesn't give them the space to to kind of have those conversations.
I think that is a very fair case for the defence, if I may say so. But the only other thing I would say is that one thing you have to do in Kemi Badenoch's position is attract attention. You know, you have to be the kind of leader where if people are walking past in the street and they look into a Dixon's or whatever and they see a television on and they see your face, they're quite
Dixon's doesn't exist anymore.
So, guys, tell me what is your perception on this video in comment section. So this is a nice video, and what do you think, guys, about Kemi Badenoch? Please tell me what is your perception, because your perception matters as a citizen of the United States or as a citizen of United Kingdom. You people will directly affect from these political situations, these political games, and the can you understand what I want to say? So this is total geopolitics, and it's incredible. I just admire Mr. Donald Trump because he's a powerful guy. He's a powerful person. And tell me from which country people are watching me. Are you guys a Britisher, or are you an American guy? Please comment me below. So we'll meet you in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye bye. It's me, Naman Verma from India, signing off.